In this video I'm going to show you how to add a blog to your life page. A blog can be a useful tool for communication between a teacher and students. For example, the teacher might add a piece of text or a video or some other resource as a blog post and then ask students a question about that resource. So how do we create a blog? Well, first of all, I would navigate to the life page where I want the blog to appear. This page should have a resource list which is set up to display blogs and maybe other resources as well, from a folder which we've set up in the Life Cloud for that particular topic. So in this case, this is the resource list in question. This one is going to display the blog and it's pointing to a folder that I've already set up. I'll just quickly show you the configuration of this particular resource list. So if I click on Edit, you can see that it's set up to look in the advertising folder. If I click this button, we can see exactly where that is. All right, advertising under English. And I've said show all types of resources, including the blog. And then I can save that. Okay, now to create the blog, I go to the Life Cloud and I click on Resources. And it'll say resources for whatever subsite you happen to be in. So in this case it's for Year 8. I'll click on that one. And now I'm going to navigate to the correct folder where I want this blog to go, and it was in advertising. So I'll click on advertising. And now I'm going to click on the add new resource button. And then I'm going to click on blog. On the next screen, I'm going to give my blog a title. And optionally other details like the learning objective and the context. You can also say when you want the blog to be displayed from and when you want it to be displayed to. Now this kind of blog is one where we want the students to be able to comment on, so I'll leave this ticked, but just be aware that you can take that tick out if you want to use a blog just to make announcements for the students. Now you might click the security tab and add permissions at this point as well, but for reasons that I'll go into in a different tutorial, it might sometimes be better to just click Save now. I'll navigate back into the correct folder. And now I'll add my permissions by hovering over the little drop down arrow and saying Edit Item. And now I'll click the security tab. Just make sure that up the top here it shows the name of your school. If it's showing the name of the subsite that you're in, say Year 8 or perhaps a subject name, then you would have to click this and change it to the name of your school. Next I would use the scroll bar to find the individuals or groups that I wanted to give permissions to. Now you could use the Find box and click on Search, but often that'll slow things down considerably and you'll actually be better off if you scroll down rather than using that facility. Now I can see Year 8 down the bottom here. I'm going to drag them in and click on them, and I'm going to give them take part permissions so they'll be able to not only view the blog but also comment on it. So rather than view, I'll give them take part. And then I'm also going to give the teachers edit rights on it. Now this is up to you whether you decide to give all the teachers edit rights. You may give them take part rights as well, or even just view. It depends on your own particular situation. So I select teachers and I'm going to say edit. Then I need to click save, and that will be my permissioning done. Now I'm going to navigate back to the advertising page. And you can see that my advertising blog is showing. So if I now click on the advertising blog, it's ready for me to start the blog by clicking on Add Entry. Now I can give it my entry a title. And once I've added my entry, I can click on Save Content. And now my entry is there on the screen, ready for students to click on Comment, and they can respond to that entry that I've made. All of my entries will show up on the right hand side. The newest one will go to the top. So that's it. We've now added a blog to the Life page to enhance the communication between the students and the teacher.